Fantastic Four 2005. Stars a pretty decent cast. You have Michael Chiklis playing the Thing, Jessica Alba playing the Invisible Woman, and you have, obviously Chris Evans playing Johnny Storm. This movie basically is an origin story about how they got their powers. You have basically Reed is kind of strapped for money and needs to go to Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. Goes to him for some help for this project that they're doing, and so Victor helps them, pays for everything, and while they're in space, like solar beam flare kind of thing hits them, and they gives them their powers essentially. And as far as like origin movies go, I'd say it's okay. I mean, you figure out it's like you learn some of the backstory between Victor, Reed, and Sue in the movie. Like, oh, they knew each other, they went to school together, and everything. And Sue and Reed, they used to be, a thing, and what have you. And then you have, Michael Chiklis playing the Thing, which I will say a lot of people like to poke fun of the look of the Thing in this movie and the first two movies. And I always thought that it's a practical suit. There's a guy in there, presumably Michael Chiklis, I'm guessing, who's in the suit actually doing the acting, having to deal with the all those prosthetics on them, and I can't imagine for anybody it's fun. So I think as far as like somebody trying to act within that suit, no, it's not a big CGI thing. I don't think. I guess the best CGI in the movie is probably the effects that they use for Johnny Storm, for the Human Torch, and because the fire effects and what have you. But like some of the effects were not up to par in 2005. Like you have the stretching effects, which I feel like even in later movies, even in modern stuff, like we just had The Boys. We just had The Boys this year. They have a character that stretches, and when it's, I guess when it's in the suit, I guess it doesn't look bad. But like when it's like human texture, like this bare skin tone, it looks really weird. And so I don't think the effects were there up to that. But I guess for 2005 they looked okay, because I don't know how much that had been done at that point. So for 2005, it's fine. So I'm fine. I'm fine with the practical suit for the Thing. I think it looks fine. The look of Doctor Doom, they had the guy play him. Eventually he gets the mask and everything, and I think that that design is all right. Everything, it's not comic accurate, if you want to say, and I guess with that, they tried to do their own thing, just like with Reed Richards. I think he's supposed to be much older in the comics, but he's supposed to be playing the same age as Jessica Alba, which makes sense. They're around the same age, so. But he gets the little gray streaks in his hair. They don't go full on gray streaks. They just do a little bit. I think they should have went, a little bit more. It's like, oh, now it's more noticeable, because in the movie it's like you can barely see it, and so I think they did okay with what they had. Storyline, shows them trying to figure out their powers and everything, trying to change back to their old selves, and then Doctor Doom. He goes on full bad guy, because early on in the movie he's not a very nice guy, and all that stuff. So now he's gone full bad guy and tries to take him out. And so they eventually work together, and they save the day from people trying to kill one another. That's the first movie. It's an alright, action movie. I wish it's one of those things where it's an origin movie. So we got the Rise of the Silver Surfer, and so we do see some saving in the movie, like when they get their powers with the Thing and the bridge and everything like that. So he does save people, but it is kind of partially his fault. But he is trying to save somebody, but then he causes a big thing pile up with cars and a fire truck going over the bridge and what have you. So, with that being said, it's an alright movie to start off with.